and welcome back to another episode of Goblin-Sighting D&D. I'm your DM. These are my adventures. When last we left, the Children of Neverwinter had suffered some casualties at the hands of the Yuan-Ti, but with a cleric on hand, nothing is permanent. So, it is the top of the round. It is round 5? 7?
We're at the top of 5, 5th round.
5.
Yep.
Alright. So that means who's... No, we have to be at the top of round 7. Because Finn is at...
Oh, sorry,
6.
my walk on water is the top of 5th round.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the beginning of the 7th round.
Because Finn's boots are now running 7.
Yes.
Alright. The abominations are going to continue their hissing, chanting topside. Double check to see if you understand them with your grasp of Draconic. Does anyone here speak Abyssal?
Say the word again?
Does anyone here speak Abyssal?
I'm abysmal at Abyssal.
Uh-huh. Alright, they're going to continue. The skeleton snakes are going to... One of them is going to cast something at Victor. You may make an Arcana check if you would like to see what he just got cast at him. What?
I'm sorry.
Dad stopped and said that? Sure, you think I was...
What?
Well,
I don't see what you were just showing.
I had to go. I accidentally touched something that showed a picture of what I was supposed to look like.
Don't listen to the artwork.
This was Arcana,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not going to be, with a 2, it's not going to be good.
Okay. It's some kind... You can tell. It's hard to tell with the guttural...
Oh, wait a minute.
Sepulchral...
That's a 13. I have a plus... I have a plus...
That's a good one.
I have plus 13, or plus 11
Okay,
for
well,
Arcana.
Still not...
it's some kind of an enchantment spell. I'm not 100% sure which one, but it's designed... It's some kind of an enchantment spell.
And we hope Victor...
Well, we're about to find out. Ooh.
Ooh, that's not a good sound.
No. It's not a good feeling either. Victor, as he's charging forward, is paralyzed. The paralyzed condition dictates that he is incapacitated, meaning he can't take any action, bonus action, or reaction. He can't speak. He automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against him with advantage, and any attack roll that hits him is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of him.
He's hurting.
He can remake his save at the end of his turn.
Is at the end of his turn.
All of those end up at the end of the turn.
So, is it too late for someone to throw some protection around him?
I mean, if you really want to throw a counterspell, you may throw a counterspell.
I'm just thinking less of protect or...
I mean, you're already
Too late to
concentrating on
protect.
water walk, so you can't concentrate on bless.
Okay.
So, unless you
I
want
was
to use-
wondering if when they are attacking me with a spell, if I can have a reaction of
you can block one. You can attempt to block one with counterspell. Yes.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Because I probably, I'm not being greedy or anything, but if I'm going to pull my thing out, I cannot be injured.
All right. And the next one is. Okay. The next one is going to take aim at Elizabeth.
How many are there?
Four or five that are actually in the front rank. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 or 9. But they're not your primary concern at the moment because they're not shooting poisoned arrows at us. They're just shooting horribly devastating lightnings. Friends and roundabouts. You could try to take the skeletons instead of the UNT if you would like. They will have disadvantage on the con save, so it will up your chances of getting in the blinded condition.
I think that our original plan is best. No, I was more along the lines of just trying to figure out how many people they could hit with all this stuff they're trying. And why they're ahead of us. Because they always are, and I rolled badly, you know.
I mean, she makes her save. So, the next one is going to take its shot at her. And she makes her save. Oh, yeah, they both are. Alright, that's good.
Huh?
There's nothing, but I wanted to.
Save.
I think nothing because
Save. 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 And save.
that was Liz.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good.
Well, she has a +7 wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I was just thinking good.
Elegant courtier, as well as some of her other samurai feats. Gives her some buffs for wisdom and persuasion and crap like that. That's their turn. Finnan is going to hold a crossbow attack until
I'm done.
you have launched Sunburst, so you're up.
Oh, and you remember the
Yes.
place? No?
8th level spell.
Well, that I've got. It's where I'm placing it.
You're taking it to target 10 out of the 12 uppermost UNT Malazans on the side of the ziggurat. That's why they didn't fall down.
Cat?
And then also the 2 abominations up top.
Is this sunburst?
Yes. I got to roll
60
saves.
foot radius.
Yep. so you can get 12 critters.
Only you said I've got something that makes it an automatic top without.
What you're going to
rolling
do is you're going to cast Overchannel, which is an ability you have as an Evocation School wizard. Starting at 14th level, you can increase the power of your Oh, darn.
What?
Darn. It's only through 5th level.
Only through 5th level?
So we can't get
first
over.
through 5th is the only one that you can Overchannel on.
Oh, okay.
Should have read that more carefully. That's my fault. Sorry.
Okay.
Anywho.
It's still 12d6.
Yeah. Darn.
Okay.
Really hoping. Darn. Hold on. Still.
Attack save is a con 19.
Ooh.
What's that mean?
That means that the Malazans and the Abomination have to roll a 19 or higher Constitution saving throw in order to beat to not be blinded.
That's fairly high.
Yeah. Do you have enough d6s?
I think I'm.
There's 3 here if you need any extra.
I have 10 here and
Yeah.
I've got 2 there. So.
You have enough. So let's try this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to take colors that I don't have. $34.
You're going to jail for all the wrong reasons.
Hmm?
I said you're going to jail for all the wrong reasons.
Oh.
You were talking to Ron there for a minute there.
I was wondering
No.
what I did.
You want the good news or the bad news?
Yeah.
3 natural 20s.
So 3 are completely untouched.
Okay.
The good news is none of them were abominations,
Hmm.
and both of the abominations failed.
So how many total did I get?
Let's see. You got both the abominations, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10 of your Malazan targets failed.
Oh, good.
1 clean save, 1, 2, 3 natural 20s. That's why it's not in jail for all the reasons.
Yes. It does not have the right to net 20 on any of that stuff.
No, especially not on this sunburst. You needed that.
I forgot to put down that I cast that. Does that mean it stays uncast? It doesn't come off of my...
If you want to sleep with that, sure.
Oh, as tired as I am, I could sleep with anything. I'd wake up feeling guilty. But...
Uh-huh. $34. Freaking not 20. for 20. While they're not dead, that rocked them.
Good.
They are badly hurt.
Good.
So what you're telling me is, though, if I throw a 4th level fireball, I can guarantee that I hit maximum.
Yes. And, hypothetically, since we're on the subject, if you were to throw... anyway.
Yeah, I've
I
only.
was going to say they would automatically fail, but they're technically not restrained or paralyzed, so they can still... It's just attacks against them that have advantage. They automatically fail checks that rely on sight, but not saves. So it doesn't say that they automatically fail dexterity saving throws. That's the paralyzed condition. Or the incapacitated condition or something. Still, 6 of them are blinded. And one of the abominations got obliterated.
Oh, so I killed somebody? Oh, good. I guess I'm kind of bloodthirsty. I'm happy that I killed something.
In
It
this
cut the
case-
throats of 3 of your
Yeah.
cell swords.
Oh,
So,
I definitely want that to happen.
Yeah, I was not happy. Not happy at all, Bob.
alright. So as you do that, Finnan is going to fire his readied crossbow action at one of the blinded Yuan Ti.
Excellent.
He gets to do that with advantage because it's blinded.
It didn't matter.
I mean, he got what is probably going to be a winning hit because he's got this crossbow. Yeah, he got a 25 and a natural 1. So the 25 came first, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, right.
And because he has advantage, he gets sneak attack.
He gets to make a waterfall. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, I said waterfall. I was talking about cat. Look at the face.
That's a face, alright. 9, 15, 16, 18, 22, 26, 27, 35, 43 points of damage.
Well, Finnan.
Good for you, Finnan.
Dropping one of the blinded Malazans.
Yes.
Now it's the Malazan's turn.
You think they're going to be like, lie down and cry, we can't do this anymore?
There's only, what, 3 of them left?
No.
That can fill in.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are not blinded. And they can still fire, they just all fire with disadvantage.
Based upon their superior hearing.
Oh no, this is their... Hey?
That was pretty funny.
End of each of its turns. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
It can still make the saves at the end of its turns to no longer be blinded. How many more 8 levels do you have?
I've got a 9.
If and when we ever get back to civilization, I would recommend seeing if you can poke around and find some spell scrolls of Sunburst, because that puppy has a wicket.
That is really nice. Yeah.
They are going to all do their thing. So, the Malazan that is currently chasing you, Edra, is going to slither up on you. And... Or no, not slither, my bad. This is the one with feet.
Oh, I have a
It's going to
7.
run up on you.
How can you?
Huh?
I can hear him.
Yeah. He is going to make a bite attack. No, he's not. He's realizing that bite isn't the poison attack. So. He's going to make 2 saber attacks. A 19 misses, and a 13 misses. So you're safe there. The ones on the wall are sniping at Victor and Elizabeth. Victor is paralyzed, which means...
Shoot.
Attacks against him have advantage. Seeing that he is paralyzed, they're going to run and dash up to him. They are not going to attack him this round. They are going to dash up to surround him.
Won't they be surprised when he succeeds in his save?
We all hope.
How many are going to go up there after him?
5. Only... Well... Yeah, they can all take it. It's surrounding him and Elizabeth, so... the ones on the ziggurat are going to pelt Victor with arrows, and then move down further towards him. That's a miss. Miss. Hit. I think. Yeah. And miss. That's 5 points of piercing and 5 points of poison.
So, they rolled a 10 on the poison?
Double 5s. Ones on Victor are dead. I said the ones on Victor are dead.
But the ones on Victor are dead. What does that
It
mean?
means there was a couple of them that were fighting him in melee.
Oh, okay.
And he killed them last round when he was trying to revive Elizabeth.
You
chopped
used,
them to pieces.
Yeah, you used Victor and dead in the same sentence, and I wasn't sure.
Victor is almost dead.
Yeah.
That's 2, 4, 6, 7. Miss. 2. Miss. 3. Miss. 4. Miss. 5. Miss. 6. Apple pie. 7. Miss. 8. Miss. 9. Miss. 10. Miss. 11. Good. 12. Miss. 1 natural 20. 1 hit.
This is against who?
Victor. 9 points of piercing. Seven points of poison. And then the blinded ones are going to all fire with disadvantage.
They're who?
At Victor, so they only fire. So they fire normally. Advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out to a normal attack.
Right.
So they're going to fire normally. Golly, that's 2 hits. No, that's 1 hit. My bad. For 6 piercing.
Gosh.
And 3 poison. Two guys gonna fire. Or 2 misses. 3 guy. 2 misses. 4. Miss. 5. Miss. And number 6. 1 natural 20. $12 points of piercing. And 7 points of poison. Okay. That's the Malazans. The swarms are up after you're on deck.
Okay.
The swarm on Victor. Trying to make 1 attack. Miss. The one on Finn is going to make 2 attacks. 1 hits. Oh no. Excuse me. Only gets 1 attack. Okay, that's a miss then. Then one of them is going to start looking for you. So it's kind of surging you. So well, that's interesting. I don't know. So they're not going to have a lot of success, but they're going to try.
I just was wondering what, yeah.
Because the new rules, there's the new rules and then there's the legacy rules. The new rules, you have advantage on initiative rolls, and you are what is known as concealed. You aren't affected by any effect that requires its target to be seen, unless the effect's creator can somehow see you. Any equipment you are wearing or carrying is also concealed. Attack rolls against you have disadvantage, and attack rolls have advantage if a creature can somehow see you. You don't bring this benefit against that creature. So, going forward, I can't target you with lightning bolts anymore.
Hallelujah!
Or any effect that requires me to see you,
Sweet,
if you're wearing the Cloak of Invisibility.
sweet, sweet, sweet.
But
I
I can still
would've-
attack you with advantage.
I would still
Or
have.
disadvantage.
I would still have over 100 points.
You can go back to it if you want.
No, that's fine. I don't have to worry about being 74 is what it comes down to.
No. You can still be shot at with disadvantage.
No, but the devastating effect of a lightning bolt is not something I have to worry about.
No. And one of the swarms is coming at you in just this boiling pod of danger noodles. And you're up.
Okay. Well, so I'm gonna spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I've been going with the guys on top, right?
So far, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna go ahead and. How many? There's 2 of the priests up there. 2 of where they called.
One abomination left.
One abomination left.
The sunburst burned one onto a crisp.
Going after him.
Okay. He is blinded, so you will have advantage on the attack. And you roll twice and take the higher one.
Okay.
Stay hydrated, adventurers.
18.
Oh, okay.
20.
Natural?
Natural 20.
Okay. Roll your damage dice twice
Okay.
and add them together. Then add your relevant attack modifier.
Damage dice are 8. Attack modifiers. Okay. Just want to get my ducks in order here.
Good to know. That hurt him.
Good to know. So, then I am guiding bolt. So, have you decided on somebody in particular, or were we going to light him back up again?
Your choice was either, since you took the bonus action first, your choices were to either bash him with a guiding bolt first, and then smack him with the spiritual weapon, or bash the blinded ones with spiritual weapon, and then zot whoever hadn't been blinded with guiding bolts, specifically the snakes, down the bottom, to grant advantage against the next attack on them.
Go after the snakes.
Alright. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Mm-hmm. 18
Hits.
plus, okay. What do I?
4d6.
That's right. Sorry, it's completely blank.
That's okay, it's been a while.
It has been. I knew you were sitting up there for a reason. The 3 extra and 6.
It's badly hurt, and
This
it has
one?
advantage. No, the skeleton I assume you shot.
Okay, cool. I
1 second while I make concentration.
He passed.
Okay. Victor is paralyzed, so he's going to make his wisdom save. And this time he's going to get out of it.
Oh, good.
So he is no longer paralyzed.
Which means he can repost.
What did you say?
Which means he can riposte.
Oh, yeah.
I figure sometimes you forget that one, so I'll remind you.
Yeah.
Victor, remember to vote repost.
Yeah. Elizabeth is going to attack the local swarm population. And that's a hit for the first one. That's 7 points of damage. Not for dice. that is 21 to hit for 17 points of damage, wiping out the swarm that Victor was up against. She's going to take her 2 cleave option. Oh. So she's going to take her cleave option now. With the Great Axe, you can make 1 extra attack per turn against a creature within 5 feet if you hit. So she's going to cleaver the swarm next to her. That's another hit for 12 points of damage. Before she makes her final attack on the same one. That's a 24 to hit and 17 points of damage.
Nice.
For another swarm down.
Oh, good.
So 2 of the swarms are dead.
How many hundreds?
Okay?
Out of how many hundreds of swarms?
A lot.
Yeah.
I just left it at a lot.
Great.
A lot of hundreds?
Yeah, probably. Given the relative size of the moat vis-a-vis the amount of swarms in each section of the moat, yeah, it's a lot. Top of the round. The blinded the Abomination is going to keep chanting. He's going to now attempt to get out of your blinding light. And fails. So it is still blinded. Let's see what blinded means. Blinded. No, you can't see. Tackles against you have advantage, your tackles have disadvantage. Okay. The skeletal critters are going to I don't know what you can cast, little critter. I know, that means I shouldn't allow him to do it too. Dang. That's harsh.
Hmm?
I said that's harsh.
Mm.
That's useless. More or less. But it's going to try again. It's not the smartest critter in the room. So Victor's going to make another saving throw, this time with advantage, and he makes it. And it's going to, the other one is going to attempt to do the thing again. And Victor saves against that one too.
Good.
And again, save. I need to check the range on that thing. Okay. Yeah, they're out, a couple of them are out on the bridge at this point. Like 4 of them are out on the bridges to get within 60 feet of Victor at this point. And they're scooting closer to keep using their stuff. Alright, that's them. Finnan's gonna take another shot at a blinded Malazan because that's funny. He gets 80-foot range.
Nice.
So he's gonna book it 50 feet out and across the. So he's close enough to the thingies. No, he's not. What am I saying?
To what thing is the moat? I thought he was going to dash across the moat, not.
You're right, he is. He's going to not take a shot at that thing yet. he is going to use his cunning action and his regular action to dash 150 feet straight up the ziggurat
Alright.
to get as close as he can to the top of the ziggurat.
And the blinded guy up there. Does that give him, am I correct that would give him a surprise? Or,
Well, his main objective up there is to provide a physical barrier between the sacrificial victims and the sacrificer.
There's only one of those left?
Yeah. And it's been hurt badly. So that's Venon's turn. Rongir, you're up. Malazans are on deck.
Oh, okay.
Now would be your time to cast a 4th level fireball on the blinded
yeah.
Malazans and overchannel for maximum effect.
Yeah,
Now,
okay.
that said,
I'm only allowed to get a certain number 4.
that said, they're not. I don't know if they're badly damaged enough to warrant an overchannel. The skeleton snakes, on the other hand, are tough enough to warrant an overchannel
So
attack.
which would be better for... Who's giving us more trouble?
It depends. Do you not like getting poked with poison toothpicks, or do you prefer not to have your fighter get paralyzed?
Right. I think
Paralyzed.
the
Then you
skeletons-
want to take out the skeletons.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is surrounding Victor at the moment? The Malazans?
Swarm of snakes that is dead.
Okay.
So am I doing this with my whatchy?
Yes, you're going to cast a 4th level fireball, and then I don't know if it offers you the chance to say overchannel in there, but you're just going to know that you cast it with overchannel, and you can't do that again until you finish a long rest, unless you like 2d12 necrotic damage per level of spell.
No, thank you.
Right. So this would be
2d12?
This would be where.
But there, I'm gone.
Well, that would be where an absorbing tattoo of necrotic damage would come in handy.
Are you
So
ready
you
to get my
use it.
shopping list so that when we go to the
Yeah,
store?
really. Yeah. But no, that's so you get it so that you can
So that
use
once
this more
per
at will.
either long rest or once per dawn, you can overchannel twice. Because you overchannel once, no big. You overchannel twice, it lashes you with necrotic damage, and you go psych,
Right.
and you. I think you may gain something too. I need to double check that. But I think you
9d6.
get some stuff. So that's 9d6. So 9 times 6 flat.
It was 54 the last time.
Yeah. So here it is. Damage absorption. Woo! When you take damage of the chosen type, you can use your reaction to gain immunity against that instance of the damage, and you regain a number of hit points equal to half the damage you would have taken. Once this reaction is used, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
Which is this?
Absorbing
That's
tattoo. So
Okay.
once per dawn,
Mm-hmm.
all of us can get immunity to fire and regain damage equal to half what we would have normally taken. And everyone except you can do the same thing with poison. Because you're just got it naturally as a
Do
dwarf.
what comes naturally.
Yeah. If you were to do the same thing with a necrotic tattoo, you would have one instance where you overchannel, you suffered 2d12 necrotic damage
So I could
times
do
the
it
number of
twice.
spells, and you in the second instance of overchannel, when you take the lash of necrotic damage, you then zero the damage taken, have the number, and channel that into regained hit points.
So I come out of that positive.
Correct. Let's just say you dealt, you shot a 5th level spell. You would take 10d12, roll them for necrotic damage. Then you would, I think, double check how overchannel works really fast here. I just don't want to mess you up again. It is overchannel for each level of the spell. Okay, so let's just say you cast a 5th level spell because that's the max you can overchannel. You would then take 10d12, roll it for your necrotic damage. You would then use you would use your reaction to pop the absorbing tattoo. You would then take the damage rolled, have it, and give yourself that many hit points back.
So this is the only instance that I can think of where I would want to roll high on something hurting me.
Correct.
Well, I just rolled the fireball and I've got 54.
Good.
And I did the wedgie.
So, now I have to roll some...
Now we've got to know who I'm hitting. How many of the skeletons? You said there was a limit to how many people I can hit.
4, I think?
That's what I heard.
I seem to remember it being 4. Let me double check.
I can't wipe out the whole swarms just because they're...
Sphere or circle, radius divided by 5. Yes, 4.
What's the radius is? Yeah.
20-foot radius divided by 5 is 4, right? You have 20-foot radius on Fireball?
Let me look. I'm not sure. I've got it right here. Radius, range and area, 20 feet.
Yeah, so 4 critters you can get. Okay. Ooh, natural 1. Okay. All fails, 1 natural 1. So 54. Excuse me. The one that got zapped with a guiding bolt is dead. The one that...
These are the wrong guys?
Yes. The one... The next one in line is dead. Number 3 is dead. And... Number 4 is dead.
I was going to say, number 4 is dead, and his consequence is he's still dead.
Well, he got a natural 1.
Yeah.
Which doubles the damage against him. So, 108 points of damage wiped him out.
Good.
54 would have left him alive. 108 wiped him out.
So I just killed 4 of them.
Yes.
That's only like 6 that I've killed total. I'm doing that real well. Oh, wait a minute. I got the guys up on top.
You got one of the abominations.
Yeah.
You got one of them. You've really, really mollywopped the Malazans on the ziggurat.
I have a question.
Yes.
Maybe this is not something that we can think in terms of, but when someone is doing actual chain lightning, is that transferring electricity to, like, if the 33 that are in line, that's electricity, or is it just burning damage? I mean, lightning is
They
electricity.
take lightning damage.
So that's electricity. Lightning striking water.
There's... Yeah.
Yeah. Transfers for the whole body of water.
Uncle Joe's always talking about pay grades.
What's the theoretical range on a lightning strike through water?
Actually, what happens to a lightning strike into water is that it dissipates throughout the whole thing, but the actual damage to each person is lower depending on how much water and how far they are from the thing.
Okay.
So
yes, it will dissipate,
Go through the whole thing.
but the damage will depreciate based on range.
But it will damage everything in there. At least,
They all have to make the saving throw.
Right.
You'll
be rolling
100 snakes!
No, 100 swarms.
Yeah, 100 swarms. God.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Darn it.
And it's one over R on, if you're going to talk about, probably, I'm theorizing now, that it would be every foot away it goes.
We'll say one D8 one dice every 5 foot differential, just to make it easy. Because we measure things in 5 feet. Or we could take 5 feet off for every 5 dice off for every 5 feet. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
If you want to shoot a lightning bolt into the water, we will start calculating. And my old nemesis will rear its head once again. Geometry and math.
Oh. Well, the thing is that you would use chain lightning.
So
yeah.
theoretically, with chain lightning, what you could do is these things are partly out of the water.
Right.
So you could zap up to 3 of the swarms, or up to 4 of the swarms, by letting lightning seek the highest object in a flat plane, which is a swarming snake.
Right.
Pile of danger lilies.
Right.
So, that would probably be a better option.
But that would still transfer electricity to the water because they're partly in the water.
debatable. It would probably not go much beyond the swarm. Because it's of the size of the swarm. But, in theory, some of the damage might pass on. But as long as you don't challenge the swarms to come out and fight, there's less of a chance that they're going to come out and fight. They were more involved as a water hazard until you cast Water Walk. Because the plan for me, and I can tell you this because you cast Water Walk and completely foiled it, was to have you guys have to fight your way across the bridges, which at that point people would try to shove you in the water,
Right.
where you would then be surrounded by swarms.
Right.
Which was the plan. They weren't supposed to come out of the water, but you said, hey, why don't you come out and fight? So I went, okay, fine. Some of them will hear you. And they are just sentient enough to recognize some kind of a challenge, and they're going to come after you.
And
so
how
here
we
they are.
can walk on water?
Well, some of them are not walking on water. Some of them are...
No, we can walk on water.
Yeah, but
Right.
if you stop in the middle of the water, because
It's
it's
like
a
mud
60
walking,
foot...
right?
Well, it's a 60 foot wide... It's a 60 foot wide moat.
Uh-huh.
So if you run your 30 feet or less out onto the water, you'll have at least one turn where you will get at least one attack by a swarm. So, it will not be as bad as if you were trying to fight a swarm in the water, which was my original intent, but...
I did not want to fight.
I know you did not want it!
Great idea. It's a moot point because I've only got a 9th level
Oh, okay.
that I can cast that with because I've gotten rid of my 8th and my
Does
7th.
Elizabeth have something? Is it lucky?
Elizabeth had Javelins of Lightning. I think she checked them already.
Okay. Alright.
So now it is the Malazan's turn.
How many of them are left? Lots?
The one behind you is going to attack you again because you didn't run away and you haven't tried to kill him. He's going to keep whacking at you, however ineffectually. Two misses for his saber. And then the ones surrounding Victor and Elizabeth are going to attack. It's kind of like one of those oops moments where it's like they run up and then he starts moving in and they're like... so no advantage, but they are still going to attack because they're there.
Yeah.
No, they're going to disengage and retreat 30 feet.
Probably nice.
No, they're not going to do that. They're going to attack twice and then they're going to retreat 30 feet. So 3 against Victor, 2 against Elizabeth. Miss. Miss and a natural 1. Whoa! And nothing happens. And 2 misses. And then against Elizabeth. What's your class? 21. That's not bad. Where's your attack? That's fine. Okay. Nope. And 23 hits. Still, it's not bad. Don't do that. Go down the stairs. Don't jump off the balcony. That's 6 damage to...
Your dice are trying to commit suicide.
It feels that way sometimes. Sometimes I feel like my dice think they're in one of those, like, old Victorian, Edwardian era dramas and tragedies where somebody throws themselves off the balcony. Because they either go halfway down and then something happens where they just yeet themselves off the corner of the balcony here, where they're going down and then just yeet themselves over the banister here.
Oh my gosh.
Or they, instead of going down the stairs here, they just yeet themselves over the edge and drop onto the tray below.
Okay.
It may hurt more to hit all those steps.
I don't care. They're not supposed to be sentient.
Right there.
Well, then we don't get to
There's
banish
always
them for bad
surprises,
rolling.
right?
I wish you didn't make so much sense with that. Then the one on the wall is going to run forward to 30 feet and fire 2 arrow shots. Stop yeeting yourself off the staircase. 2 misses.
Good.
And the 2 on the ziggurat are going to each fire once at Elizabeth and once at Victor. And 1 of them is going to fire twice. Miss, and twice at Elizabeth, and 1 natural 1.
Both
Please do
breaks.
something. No, effect. And a hit. For 4 points of piercing and 1 point of poison.
You rolled 2 ones.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Very happy
yes.
about that. Very, very happy about that.
The 6 on the ziggurat are going to fire with disadvantage at you out of sectarian loathing. I love that word, so I make them use it a lot.
Sectarian or loathing?
Both, especially together.
Yes.
Let's see. That's a natural 1. Oh,
I load the sectarian lead.
okay.
Yes.
What happened?
Faster?
Hopefully the natural one be something of a consequence to them.
You'd think.
That's my hope. Sometimes it doesn't.
Most of the time it doesn't seem to.
Nah, darn it. Okay. Well, we can still make something fun.
Nothing happened, right?
Eh?
Nothing happened or something happened?
Oh, something happened. The one behind you took another arrow in the chest.
Aha, is it done? Must be feeling like a pincushion.
Yeah, pretty much. And then 3. Oh my, that's a natural. Nope, that's a disadvantaged one. Good for you. That's a miss. 4. Get the natural 20s out now, buddy. Oh, another natural 1. 5 is a miss. 6 is a miss. 7 is a miss. Oh my. That's 23.
Good here.
Yeah.
Is a miss with a natural 20 on the other end. 10 is a miss. 11 is a miss. And 12 is a hit.
12 is a hit.
Yeah, with a 22.
Okay.
The first one rolled an 18 and 19, the other one rolled like a 19 and a 17. So the first hit will deal you 3 points of piercing and 4 points of poison.
Well, poison does nothing, right?
Eh?
I'm
I'm having the damage automatically. You
Oh.
got dealt 9 points of poison.
Okay. Okay.
Halved because of your dwarven resilience down to 4. Plus 3 points of piercing. Your second hit is another 3 points of piercing and another 5 points of poison. So, with that out of the way, the disadvantaged Malazans are going to fire at Rangir because they're already disadvantaged, so it doesn't matter.
This is
Miss. 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 4 is a miss. 5 is a miss. 6 is a miss. 7 is a miss. 8 is a miss. 9 is a miss. And 10 is a miss.
Yes.
It's just like falling all around.
Everybody else is going to know where I am by looking at the pile of arrows and going in the middle.
Yeah, pretty much. Fortunately, though, they're scattered around because they hit the floor and they don't stick in. This isn't a wood floor; it's a stone floor. So they're
Oh,
kind of
okay.
skipping and shattering on the stonework without hitting you. So it's just kind of like watching the arrows go flying by. Like it's like watching a poorly coordinated 6-year-old with a wheelbarrow full of snowballs.
Okay.
Swarms are up. Edra's on deck. The swarms, 3 of them are coming in your direction. They are
3 of them.
3 of them. Okay. They are moving at about 30 feet, so they will get to you next turn.
We need to buy some more cloaks for invisibility.
Good luck. They're a lot. They're rare. They're super rare.
Well, I just figured if
It would take so much money to commission one.
and I probably
So
couldn't learn
much
how-
money.
No, that's not on the list. Uh-uh.
No, just a pile of, just like a shed load of scrolls of sunburst. And a tattoo of necrotic absorption.
Can I make this?
Scrolls?
I can't do it in the middle of the
It
battle.
takes
obviously.
time and money, so it's approximately the same. It's a similar amount of money to what you would buy it for, because you have to buy specialized fine inks and parchments.
But
It's
once
not-
you have them, is that
You have to use it to scribe out the
I
spells.
bought some stuff that I could make some scrolls. I can make healing spells.
You can make healing potions. That's not the same thing.
Okay.
That requires, like, again, specialized ingredients. And then you bought some fine inks and vellums, or fine inks and parchments to make some spell scrolls as well, or to copy spell scrolls into your spell book.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You know, if you guys decide not to go to hell and we're still all alive, maybe I'll retire and sell scrolls.
All right.
Good
Edra,
idea.
you're up.
it works? Okay. Well,
I'm gonna say that because spiritual weapon is technically a spell attack, you will be making it with disadvantage. I've been forgetting this for the past 3 or 4 rounds because there is a Yuan T on your back, and technically, if you have a hostile creature within,
oh,
or no, you won't make that one with disadvantage, but your guiding bolt will be because it's a ranged. Any ranged attacks are made with disadvantage when a person is on your drill.
well, let me think here. So, we have one more skeleton guy
We have
floating around, right?
4 more skeleton guys running around.
Oh, I miscounted. Alright. That's not helpful.
I didn't do the job that I was supposed to.
You did the job that you were able to.
Right.
You wiped out the 4 that were in your area of effect quite handily.
So, I'm torn about whether I should go after one of the swarms or the swarms are probably only going to damage me.
Probably.
Can I? My spiritual weapon. Is there anybody left for my spiritual weapon to attack?
You can keep bonking the blinded abomination at the top of the
Yeah, okay. Because I don't have any more 3rd level spells for guiding bolt. I realize I can.
Those are first.
I'm having the wrong ones. That's hysterical. Okay,
What'd you do?
I do.
Guiding bolt at first
That's right,
level is
it's one.
4d6, so it goes up from there, yes, but
Okay, I'm
no, you're good.
So, how much damage does he do?
plus
D8 plus 1 plus strength.
How close is the guy behind her to dying? You don't know.
He looks bad.
Well, I'm just thinking she may want to try and get the guy off of her back with, without the use of the spell. Since he's there, in
Yeah.
order to leave, you'd have to let him attack you again.
right.
Which, with 22 armor class, she fears no opportunity attack.
Oh. So she could move away from him.
She could run, but he will chase her.
Right.
But during that turn, she's no longer throwing it with disadvantage.
But she's probably going to be running in a direction that will bring her closer to the swarm.
Right.
Okay.
But, because she's about 30 feet away from the swarm right now, so if she runs, she's going to be
She only has to get 10 feet
toe
away.
flicky with the danger moves.
But if I attack
Him.
the guy behind me and kill him, I mean, is there any possibility of me killing him, or is he not that bad looking?
Only one way to find out.
And then move 10
You could
feet.
also, theoretically, again, this is like skating around theories here, but Sacred Flame doesn't make a ranged attack. It imposes a dexterity check. And you're dealing 4d8
Yeah.
radiant with that seconds.
Yeah. On him.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's try it.
Just a thought.
Yeah, let's try that. Because yeah.
What you want to do, your
Go to
spiritual
my
weapon
spiritual
first?
weapon first.
Alright. So, whack. With advantage.
19.
Okay.
2. I don't want to do the 2.
Okay, so the 19 will hit.
Okay. Ooh, 7 is 14 plus 10 is 24.
Alright. He's looking more hurt.
More hurt is all good. Definitely
And
need
then-
to get more hurt.
For your action, you can either hit him with Hue, or zap him at close range, or you can use your. I mean, if you don't want to use Sacred Flame for whatever reason, you can move 10 feet away and zap him with Guiding Bolt.
Can I move 10 feet away and hit him with Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
I think I would like to
Alright,
move
he's
10
gonna make
feet.
it. He's gonna make
You
an
don't
opportunity
have to.
attack
You
against
don't have to move to use Sacred Flame. Though.
He misses.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Move 10 feet.
add
Sacred Flame.
yeah, just keep
Alright.
the snakes not bored, so to speak.
Yeah, he fails his dexterity save, so roll 4d8.
I've got one.
I'm all. I just have to pull them out of my pile there.
He's at death's door, but you haven't quite kicked him through yet.
Okay, well,
Victor is going to
Get mad.
well, that too. He is going to run at the skeletons on the bridge. Or no, he's not. He's surrounded. I forgot. He's going to attack the. Oh no, he's not. He moved out of his reach. But he did get an opportunity attack against one of them. God, I have so much in my head. And he did manage to hit one of them. For 14 points of damage as they ran back 30
Excellent.
feet away from him.
excellent.
So he's going to run at the one that he injured and attack it. 14 will hit. 31 will hit, and a 30 will hit. That's 13 points of damage. Points of damage, and another 12 to carve it to the ground as he rams his sword through its chest, bashes it off with his shield.
There you
Elizabeth
go, Victor.
is going to run at the one next to it with her great axe, and she's going to use Great Weapon Master for all three of her attacks.
Great Weapon Master.
Great Weapon Master is a feat that she acquired. At the same time, Victor acquired Shield Master for their respective fighting styles. Where, with Great Weapon Master, she has the ability to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. And if the attack hits, she adds +10 to the damage.
Cool.
She's going to take that down to 7 plus 12 is 19. It hits. That's a 20. 1 plus 6 is 27. And she's going to make. I'm going to check the cleave property. What it uses. Nothing. Good. Okay. So she's going to hit the guy next to him. Let me check. Oh, that's an actual 20. That's nice.
Nice.
For the cleave attack.
That's where she follows through.
Oh, before it. Okay, good. So. Oh, 19. Means. Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, good.
So, Elizabeth just scored a natural 20 on the cleave property attack of her axe, which doesn't take any specific stuff, it just happens once per turn that she can do.
Okay.
This is the first attack. So she hit a natural 20 with that. She rolled a 19, which gives her the cleave, not crit table, which means she can hit someone within 5 feet of that for half damage.
Yes.
So she hits.
She cleaves and cleaves.
She cleaves twice.
She really swung hard. She went through
So
3
she
people.
shears into him, shears through the next guy, and shears into the third guy.
All right.
For her first attack, deals 18 points of damage. Her second attack deals 5 points of damage. So then she's going to Great Weapon Master again. So that's 17, which does hit for 20 points of damage. And her third and final attack uh, 23 for 18 points of damage. Okay. Because she has another thing with Great Weapon Master. She reduces an opponent to 0. Or is it scored to crit as well? Because that would be sick. So she's going to use her Great Weapon Master ability to make a bonus action attack against a different attacker, I think it is. Or it's a bonus action attack. Darn, one of these days I'll actually read through the entire thing before I start skipping out. Make one melee, so she's going to make another melee attack as a bonus action because she scored a critical hit.
All right.
On
Wow.
cleave.
Wow.
Yeah. 16 will hit for 26 points of damage, which wipes him out. So she chops him right where his serpentine scales start to appear down his torso and just cuts
So
him
did
off.
she take out all 3 of them?
She took out 2.
Oh, awesome.
Or 1. No, she took out 1 and seriously injured 2.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
So top of the round. This is round 9.
And there's only one of the other guys,
One of
the
the
first
abominations
guy's
left.
left.
It is going to attempt to free itself from this irksome condition.
From the what?
Irksome condition of being
Blood.
blinded
Oh.
and fail.
Good.
Because you have a wicked high.
It's really
DC.
hard to cut someone's throat if you're blind, I think.
That is true.
Anyway, he used his action to try and get unblind, right?
No, he does it at the end of his turn.
Oh.
The surviving skeletals are going to slither closer to Victor. And one of them is going to try to do the thing again. And Victor succeeds. hit, because its buddy is going to try the thing again. And Victor is paralyzed.
Oh.
Now this is a concentration spell,
Yes.
so if those guys are taken out, then Victor's free. Okay.
And the next one is going to try to do the same thing to Elizabeth, which is stupid.
We'll take stupidity on their part. That's always helpful.
And she succeeds both times. So that is their go.
And they're close enough for me to get all of them in the same attack.
Yes. Finnan is going to blitz up the last 50 feet of the tower, of the ziggurat, sorry, and he is going to attack the abomination with advantage. I'm going to read something really fast about his assassin ability to see if I can get surprise in the middle of combat. I don't think I can, but it'll be fun. I mean, it's blinded.
He hasn't. Finn wasn't up on top.
No, I'm just saying if he uses his cunning action to bonus action hide, technically, he can technically hide,
Yeah.
which means that he attacks with surprise,
Like it.
which if he hits, it's an automatic critical hit, and if they fail their con save, then it's a double, then everything cumulative gets
The
doubled.
guy's blind. Finn is
Well,
quiet as they come.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's things he can hide behind. Technically, there's an altar.
But
There's people.
you don't hide behind something if the guy's blind. It's the noise you have to worry.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll a stealth check to Finnan as the hide action. I think he should be fine. I'm just gonna check their passive perception really fast and see what we're up against here. Abomination. Perception plus 5. So it is going to roll a perception check in World Combat. Frick you!
Not really.
Natural 20. For a total of 25.
So he kind of sees, he knows.
I need to check something really fast.
Does he actually do that at disadvantage?
Against Finnan's 35. Because
Is something there?
An ability. As in, guys, I do believe I smell something burning, no? Because a natural 20 on an ability check does not constitute an automatic success. That's why every time you guys roll an ability check and you're like, natural 20, and I'm like, for a total of.
Yeah, right.
Because it only on attacks does it count, or in my case, dex saves.
Yeah.
Does it count as an automatic success?
Yeah.
With an ability check like perception, it does not. In this case, Finnan outclassed him
Right.
by 10, so he is technically still hidden.
Yes.
So he pulled it off!
Yes.
Hoo-yah! I love when the math comes out like
Yeah,
so,
really.
Finnan
Math
attacks
is your friend.
with surprise.
Sometimes.
Don't say that. Don't say that to me. I had to build a ziggurat in my head in a movie theater. Thank God for advantage, because he rolled a natural 1 on his first one.
Oof, in that.
However, a 25 will hit. And here's where things get fun. So he has a critical hit. Because he rolls these twice. Then we have to deal with Death Strike. So I'm gonna roll Assassinate first.
The guy's already dead.
Maybe 9, 14, 18, 22, 32, 43, 45. 47, 50, 55, 60, 70, 79. And then the target has to make a DC 8 plus Dex mod plus proficiency bonus Constitution saving throw. So, Dex mod of plus 5, so that's 13 plus proficiency plus 6 is a DC 19 Constitution saving throw.
Do we have 70 plus points? Is this guy a
I just
dragon
roll.
snake?
I just want to give me one moment
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
revel
sorry.
Yes.
in this
Okay.
death strike.
Okay, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yes,
Because that was what, 79
Yeah.
plus 9 is 88. And 18 fails
It does.
the death strike.
Yes.
So 172, 176 points of damage.
Please say that.
Can he share it out tomorrow?
I wish.
Spread the wealth, right?
Oh my gosh. Just, this has never worked for me.
This
before.
isn't.
Oh,
That's an,
yay.
that person.
The last
that
time I
meeting
tried,
is
the
an
Mummy Lord
ink
made
spot.
his con save.
And who?
The Mummy Lord we were fighting in the
Oh,
pyramid
that's
made his
right.
con save,
Yeah.
but then it still got advantage and critical hit because it was a surprise round.
So the death strike basically leaves an ink blot.
Yeah, like Yuan T. Fetty.
Yeah. It's raining down.
Yeah.
It's
Just
gross.
oh yeah, it's like watching, I don't know, Gordon Ramsay chiffonading vegetables at ×4 speed or something like that. Just absolute devastation on this strike. As he cuts down the abomination.
Oh. Right.
Now we have to test my theory. You're going to tell me it's not true, but these are these the leaders of the whole group?
Yeah.
And if does their death make everybody madder, or does it make them go, "We got to get out of here"?
You're up.
They're
It
not
did
leaving.
make them leave.
What?
He said it didn't make him leave.
Did make them leave, exactly.
Okay, so
Roger, you're up. The Malazans are on deck.
can I hit all of the skeleton people with?
I'll
I've
say
got-
yes. They're bunching up to try and lock up Victor and Lisbeth. I'll say
And
yes,
I've got
they're within
enough.
a 20 foot.
I can sculpt around everybody that's close by because
There's nobody close by. They're within,
Victor and Lisbeth.
They're within 60
Oh,
feet of them.
okay.
They were bunching up on the bridge to get within 60 feet of Victor and Lisbeth. So they're approximately 30 to 60 feet away from them. So you can bomb the bridge, and all of them will be hit for no sculpting necessary.
Since I'm doing a 4th level spell, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But. Okay, so I've got to roll for this.
Frick you.
Huh?
Nothing. Come on.
And that's a 4 is 9. Who's the least? Oh, yeah, you're playing. You guys.
Oh, there's only 3 of them left. That's not the one. No, what am I doing? These are the wrong ones. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Can you see it?
No.
I'm gonna have to back up.
Careful, the chair's not going to take that kind of pressure. I'm just going to lift the chair.
What are you looking for?
You dropped a dice, I think. I don't see it.
I dropped a dice.
Which one?
It's kind of greenish, I think.
Size?
Huh?
D6, D4.
6.
Didn't cover your pants, didn't you?
That's what I was trying to do. Not my shoe. Well, I've got 9 anyway. I will just use the 9 I've got and then look for it.
Okay.
Oh, well, it's good. The
Okay.
one that I replaced it with got a 6.
Oh, nice.
Wow. 33.
One dead. one horrifically wounded. Another one horrifically wounded.
Okay.
And one that, if it could raise the middle finger, would.
Because it wasn't hurt. We just killed
Yeah.
his buddies.
No, it's the natural one.
I knew that somebody had gotten a natural 20 by your reaction.
Russian warship.
That too.
Yes.
This is.
Snake Island appropriate, wouldn't you say?
Is this yours?
Yeah, I was alone, right? Didn't know if you needed
Oh,
it.
okay. All of a sudden it appeared there, and I was thinking, well,
Alright. Do you still have Flaming Sphere running?
yes,
You want to ram them?
yeah.
Yes.
Do it.
It's up on top, isn't it?
No, it was down in the bonies.
Okay, so ram one of the. I don't know which one. What do I have to roll? Oh,
Roll 2d6. Let me check and see what your dex is, you freaking. Oh, plot holes.
I'm gonna roll this guy again.
You're like, I'm a skeleton. I don't know. Plot hole.
2d6.
Yes.
I do, however, have a coccyx. Without which my that did not work on my own. Were they living at one point in time?
What were?
The skeletons, were they living at one point in time?
Presumably, yes.
8.
Okay. For a total of 4 points of damage, unfortunately, because it did
Save.
manage its save.
There you
However, Malazans are still in the fight. The one on you is going to continue to swing at you.
go. Ugh.
It's going to chase you,
Ugh.
and then 22 and a 12. For a total of 4 points of damage. Slash.
Has advantage on me because.
Does not have advantage on you. It has 2 saber
Oh,
attacks.
two saber attacks. 2 times, what did you say? 2?
4. So, the survivors are going to rush Victor, who has no. Oh, you're right. Oh, you are right. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Victor is not paralyzed
Oh, good. Why?
because the one that was holding him got incinerated.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Much appreciated around here.
Yes, did you hear
Your-
that?
That was my goal.
Yes, and it worked.
Excellent.
And we're all glad for it because
Yes,
they were
we
about
sure
to
are.
run at him and bum rush him with sabers.
No.
They're still going to bum rush them with. They're still going to. One of them is going to attack Lisbeth with 2 saber strikes. The rest are going to move away because they're not in range. It is going to make 2 saber strikes and then run away, incurring an attack of opportunity.
Good.
Yes. So it's a 19 and a 22. For a total of 9 points of slashing damage to Lisbeth. And the other 2, and then it is going to run away. She's going to attack it from behind. For 20 to hit. And 10 points of slashing damage. As it runs away, the other 2 are going to move and reposition themselves about 30 feet away from Victor.
Okay.
And then they are going to fire arrows.
Does he get any?
They're out of reach.
Okay.
No, it's not going to attack her. So she gets her 4 points back, it gets 10 points back. These guys are not stupid. They're not going to... So it's going to disengage and run away.
Okay.
So then... they're all 3 going to run 30 feet away. One of them is going to disengage, so it has no action. The other 2 are going to fire arrows at it. Come on. 1 miss and 1 natural 20. Nine, 11, 13 points of poison and 11 points of piercing.
Wow.
So then, other one is going to fire and both miss. He's managed to get a shooting away. Malazans on the ziggurat are going to fire at Edra with disadvantage. Half of them.
Are they blind?
The ones that are not blinded are going to fire at Edra. The ones that are blinded are going to fire in what they hope is your general direction. That's 19. 18 with 2 natural 20s on the other end of this hang up. 17. 21. 7. Number 6 is a 7. 7 is an 8. Number 8 is a natural 1. With nothing happening. Number 9 is a 11. Number 10 is a natural 1. And he is
I think it's exciting.
distracted.
What does that do?
He gets a shot against. I mean, the next attack against him has advantage. And number 12, I said? Alright. Cool. Good. Is 14. 14. There's those Malazans. The blinded ones are going to fire in your general direction. 10 of them. 1 is a 7. 2 is a 19. Okay. 3 is a 8. 4 is a 9. 5 is 14. 6 is a 17, 16. 7 is a 9. 8 is a natural 1. Nothing happens. 9 is a 21. And 10 is a 7. One arrow would have hit you, but you managed to shield yourself against it.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how to make this.
Alright, that appears to be the Malazans. The swarms are just going to kind of sit and boil around in the water. Edra, you're up. Victor's on deck.
Alright. So, got nobody on top except our guys, right?
And the one... Oh, no! No!
Wait.
You got turned into UNT Fetty.
Right.
What?
She's up at the top of the round?
No, it's not the top
No.
of the round.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Edra just is up. Victor's on deck. Then Elizabeth. Then it's the top of the round. And I have to remove the abominations from the initiative order. So I don't really believe it in books.
Okay. So we still have basically skeletons who are capable of spellcasting, right?
Yes, you also have 3 swarms coming at you. Oh! Heavens to Betsy! I forgot. They're going to attack you. One of them is going to get
But
in.
I moved 10 feet away from them.
Well, they have 30-foot range.
Right,
They have
but they
30
were-
speed. They were 30 feet away from you. You moved 10 feet.
Away from them. So,
So
they
it's
moved
going to
30
dash.
feet again.
They're going to move 30 feet towards you, so they're within
10 feet of me.
10 feet.
So they
Okay.
can't.
So they're moving within 30 feet. They're moving to encircle you.
So,
Yeah, sorry. So,
so
yes.
probably want to get the swarm, or at least one of the swarms.
First, your spiritual weapon.
Yeah, who
It's
would
at the
like-
top of the ziggurat.
Okay.
You can either guiding bolt. And you have options now. You can either guiding bolt a non-blinding Malazan and then bash him with your spiritual weapon,
Ah,
or you can bash a blinded Malazan and deal with the one on your back, or you can bash Blighted Malzahn and try and deal with the swarm.
I think what I'm going to do is. Okay.
You want some advice?
Yeah.
Bash a Blighted Malzahn.
That's what I was going to lean towards.
Then deal with the guy on your back,
And then run.
and, well,
But boogie out of. Move.
the only way to run is out of the temple at this point. The swarm is between you and the mini-Xenon. If you want to run alone into a tunnel full of dark places,
No. Okay, so. Okay.
So,
Alright, so.
Bash a Malzahn.
And leave your companions behind.
Yeah. Bash a Blighted Malzahn.
That sounds like a game.
I know. I was gonna say, it sounds like either like a game title or like the lyrics to a Christmas song.
16 plus.
It's
Okay. And then 2d8. Come here, guys.
oh, forgot they have to try and save. Oh no. 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 Okay, they're all still blinded. I just had to make sure they were all blinded because they still have to.
yeah.
It's been 2 turns since we lit them up.
Yes.
You've gone 2 full rounds.
Oh, a whopping 3. Oh, this is embarrassing.
Plus 10.
Plus 10. Oh yeah, 13. Whew. Okay, yeah, that was really
Oh.
potentially bad.
I forgot to add in. Oh well.
What did you create that in?
I think I had a damage that I could have added onto one of my hits. But
So
maybe
yes, for Sunburst, there's something you can do, and then you already used it for Flaming Sphere, but for your wizardliness, your first attacks, for your first 1 damage roll of any wizard evocation spell that you cast, including Sunburst, you can add your intelligence modifier, which I think is like a +5 now.
I feel like today it's 0, but that's
No, but-
real life.
So, I'm gonna add another 5 damage to anyone who got zotted by your Sunburst, because you can. It's called Empowered Evocation, and you can just use it to 1 damage roll of any wizard evocation spell that you cast.
Cool.
So, anytime you launch Fireball, Lightning Bolts,
Something
Firebolts,
big.
the first damage roll of Flaming Sphere, Sunburst, Chain Lightning, the first roll of Sunbeam, things like that, you can add +5 to it. It is +5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go back and give
look
everyone
and see.
+5
I've got-
damage.
Intelligence is +5.
Good. They're looking a little more hurt.
Every little bit helps.
But as I said, oh, by the way, as an aside, crawling around on the floor looking for the dice, the problem was they were approximately the same color as the carpet. It was sitting right where I knew I dropped it, right between my feet.
Uh-huh.
But until I got down and moved my hand over the carpet, I couldn't find it.
Okay. That is your spiritual weapon. Now you can either turn around and whack your Huon.
Huon, yep.
Go for it. You get a plus
Plus 10.
something like that because it's
Yep.
your strength plus your proficiency. No, it's +12 because you're proficient in that kind of weapon, and so you get your +6 proficiency, +5 strength for your gauntlets of overpower,
Yeah.
+1 for Humus.
Oh, Huon.
Eunice?
Mm-hmm.
He's a +1 magical weapon.
Okay,
It's a
cool.
+1 magical weapon, so you get a +12
For the attack.
to damage,
To
and a +12 to attack, and a +6 damage. Because you get your your 5 for your gauntlets for your strength as the damage for that, +1 because it's a +1 weapon.
And I do 2d8.
1d8. Or 1d10 if you drop 2 armor class points until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
Which visualizes you dropping your shield to grab it in 2 hands,
Yeah.
whack him in 2 hands, then you don't have your shield for the next round.
Okay.
20 armor class lets you ignore most armor and most upgrade effects.
Yeah, but still. 17 plus 12 is 29.
That'll hit.
And then
I hope so.
He did.
Oh, just no matter what.
You have an automatic 6.
This is true. Okay,
He
he's
had
dead.
6. He had 6 hit points.
Wonderful.
He's dead.
All right.
All right.
So you're no longer encumbered.
Yes. Now you are just encircled, ensorcelled, encirpeted.
Ensnaked.
So, Victor is going
One
to
could even say bedeviled.
take a run at the archers because now it's not as much of a danger to the people up top side.
Right.
Because A, Finnan has just gutted the last one that could hurt them for now, and B, he's up there if someone decides to get froggy and try
Is
and
he
hurt
able
them.
to release them from their bonds?
He can try.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be too busy potting at them, but he might be persuadable to do something.
Well, if he only has to pick a lock,
It's cutting ropes.
oh,
That's just an
even
action.
easier.
That's just an action, cutting ropes. So, Victor is going to attack.
Fighting force.
Yeah, that's a thought. 20 to hit. 7 points of damage. It's a hit for 14 points of damage. And that's 23 for 10 points of damage. Elizabeth is going to take a run at the same one and utilize her Great Weapon Mastery. Oh. That misses, unfortunately.
Oh.
However, the next one hits, and she deals 23 points of damage to this guy,
Very nice.
which she's going to first use her cleave attack
That's always a good thing.
to
Or it has proven to be a good thing. We'll say that.
launch an attack here for 21, which hits for 17 points of damage.
Nice.
Then she's going to, because she reduced an opponent to 0 hit points, she's going to utilize her bonus action extra attack for Great Weapon Master. And she's going to make this one Great Weapon Master as well. So that's 17 to hit for 26 points of damage.
Nice numbers.
And then she's going to attack her third time as her fighter ability.
This is great. This is exactly.
Oh my
exactly
gosh, this is
perfect.
when fighters start to come into their own.
Right.
Giving a fighter with a two-handed weapon, Great Weapon Master, should almost be an afterthought once they hit about level 10. Because the ability to attack again for a bonus action on a critical or a zero out is huge. And then the Great Axe's ability to cleave gives you another attack that doesn't take any of your action economy. So it doesn't take a bonus action, doesn't take an action, doesn't take a reaction, you just do it. So with that one, this will be a 22 to hit for another 26 points of damage. The UNC is almost dead. So, to my mind, if you're going to make a brute fighter, give them a Great Axe and give them Great Weapon Master soon, early on, because you may not utilize the -5 + 10 thing a lot when
Right.
you're in the low
Right.
sub 10 range.
It is there.
But if you swat somebody, you can swat somebody else and you can cleave.
Yeah.
So if you zap somebody down to 0 hit points on your turn, you can bonus action attack someone else.
Yeah.
So if you're dealing with a lot of small squishy critters,
Yeah.
then you can just zap, 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 zap.
Drop on that flies.
Right.
Yep.
Which is huge when
If
you're
she
dealing with.
if she knocks down 5 people to 0, if she knocks down one to 0, she gets attacked again.
Yeah.
If she knocks that one down to 0.
Unfortunately, it takes a bonus action to do the
Oh,
thing.
I was just
So, I wish, but no.
chain lightning.
I think that got just a little bit too broken in the eyes of Wizards of the Coast when they were designing it. If someone brought that idea up, they were probably like, we need a bonus action on that. So that is her turn. That is now the 10th round.
And this
The
is
abominations are dead. So that's gone. Which sucks. But,
What?
I said which sucks, but whatever.
What? It doesn't. For us,
For you, no.
as
For
a
the
DM,
yeah.
We're thrilled. Just letting you know.
I know one. So the abominations don't go. Are any of you guys left? 3 of them are left, and they are going to all try to paralyze Victor.
Who's the snaky guys?
The sneaky snakes.
Oh, good. We've lost one. I didn't keep track of him either. Should keep missing.
He was zotted in the fireball.
Oh.
He was the one who was holding Victor last time. He got zapped, incinerated. All right, so. Makes it. Fails. Paralyzed again. Gosh. He has very low wisdom. Why did I roll your dice? Elizabeth is fine.
Of course. It's good that in that pair they've got somebody that's got wisdom.
That would be awkward.
Huh?
That would be awkward.
What?
If 2 of them had low wisdom and they were just both getting statuified.
That would be horrible.
Like freeze tag playing mother truckers. Alright. Finnan is up, Rongir's on deck. Finnan is gonna see what's going on. And how far down did we agree the hypotenuse of the ziggurat was approximately? Do you think it would be more than 80 feet from the top of the ziggurat to halfway across the...
How far are we down how far are we from the base?
About 30, 40 feet.
Okay, so that's 160, and how far?
Top of the ziggurat.
Is that 50?
It's not 160, it's 40 times 40. It's 1600. 16.
Oh,
No.
1600?
Yeah, but that's, now how tall is it?
I'm just going to say that he's going to shoot with disadvantage. Because
No,
I
you
think
may
it's
not have
further
to,
than-
because let's say it's 1600, right? That's 3200, and we take the square root of that.
Oh.
Just a second, but we don't do that without a calculator.
Yeah.
Although I should be able to. So 1600, no, 3200. 3200, and we want to be able to read there. 56 on the hypotenuse.
So shooting down at an angle, he would have to cover 56 feet. So he's within the non-disadvantage roll.
Right.
Okay, so he's going to take a shot with his shiny new +3 crossbow
Alright.
at one of those, at the one that just grabbed Victor. So no sneak attack, but still. The 30 to hit, or something like that. Something crazy. 32 to hit. D8 plus 8. Okay. 10 points of damage. Then Thingy has to make a con save on. Not that. Wrong tone. And it just fails the save.
It does.
Yes.
Excellent.
So Victor's no longer paralyzed. So, thank you, Finnan.
Yes.
Rongir, you're up. Malazans are on deck. Then Bettman.
Are we down to taking out? I've got 1 4 left and 1 9 left.
At this
And a bunch
point,
of ones
we've
and
stopped a rescue operation, and now it's a straightforward extermination. So, make of that what you will.
Well, I'm
We
trying to
don't-
decide
we are-
whether
at this point we don't. It doesn't look like we're going to be running anytime soon.
Yeah. So I'm a little concerned about. I'm not obviously going to use the 9.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not? It could be
In
fun.
case. No.
Why not?
I don't have
Hey,
anybody
why not? He's got
close.
spell scrolls of wish if we need it,
That's true.
and he's got spell scrolls of teleport if things get dicey suddenly, which they're
I've
not.
got a skip spells.
You got spell scrolls of
yeah.
teleport and spell scrolls of wish.
Oh, I didn't realize I had a wish. I was going to get a wish. I didn't know whether I got one.
You got like 4, 5.
Oh yes, actually.
'Cause it was a
Okay, so
lot
I got
right now.
wish. So I
And you've
could
got
use.
you got spell scrolls of wish. You got spell scrolls of teleport. You got your slot that can.
Well, is there
Cast wish.
anything close enough? Is there anybody bunched up enough that I can get 4 of them with something big? Or are
you
they
get
all spread
3,
out?
You get 3 of the bony critters.
Well, is there still 3 of those left?
You could
Oh.
get 4. I'd say you could get 4 of the blinded Yuan-Ti Malazans.
But they're not as dangerous as the 3.
I'm gonna double check here and see what stuff you theoretically had access to with this whole 9th level bit. Did you take Meteor Swarm? Did you take Meteor Swarm? I feel like you took Meteor Swarm.
I may have. You know, it's
You're doing your list, right?
well.
Theoretically, but maybe not.
Okay.
Let me
I
go to
think that was
spells.
something that you came upstairs talking about at one point in time.
Meteor Swarm is what?
9th.
9th? Well, let's go to 9th and see if I've already got it in there. How am I doing that now? Down at the bottom. I didn't write it down.
Okay. Do you want it?
Probably. Yeah.
Do you want to say you took it?
Sure.
Or do you want to cast Wish? Which, I don't care either way. You can either take Wish and bomb somebody with something big, 8th level damage deal wide thing from any spell list in the book. Or you can do something else.
I know we talked about me taking it, and I don't
Okay.
know that I've got anything that is. The problem is you can't just see what is a 9th one because it lists everything in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to spells, and I'm going to go to manage, and then I'm going to try
4
to
wish
find
scrolls.
meteor.
How many?
4 wish scrolls.
Good.
10
Total.
7th level Vamus spell scrolls.
Alright. So we have
How do you
10.
spell meteor?
M-E-T-E-O-R.
What?
M-E-T-E-O-R. Do you guys realize that I have an ivory staff? Gives healing
Meteor
and
sword.
life. It's a staff of healing. It has 10.
Staff of Healing. You got a freaking Staff of Healing now?
No, I got it way back when.
No, I mean now. Not you now and me now.
D6 plus 4.
Staff of Healing. Oh my gosh.
How many people can meteor swarm hit?
8. And it's nasty.
Why did it not appear in my list of spells when I said I'd add it? Oh, I learned it. And maybe I gotta do something else. Let's see. I'm sorry.
Even the staff of healing.
What do you mean now?
I can't tell you that. It pertains to
What was
something
your
later.
question? I missed your question.
I gave you the staff of healing?
Way back with all of the other scrolls. Way back.
That must have been at the crypts then.
Yeah.
The tunnels of Korriban.
Yep.
Why did I do that?
I would never have known about it, so it's...
Yeah, I'm not saying you took it willfully. I'm saying I'm questioning why in the Sam Hill I gave it to you then.
Same time we got the depth of many things.
So then it was from Lionel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just deeply confused. Why did I do that?
Okay, so meteors form blazing orbs of fire plummet to the ground at 4 different points you can see within range. Each creature in a 40-foot radius sphere centered on each of those points
Okay, so
makes a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 20d6 fire damage and 20d6 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful. A creature in the area of more than one fiery sphere is affected only once. Non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's the spell's area and the object starts burning if it's flammable.
So you can take a maximum of 32 people and whomp them with this spell.
Yeah, and what I've got to do now is, where are they? Yeah.
You can hit. I will say you can comfortably hit every single hostile on the board at this point. With four 40-foot spheres.
Does that include the snakies?
Yeah, if you want, I'll say you can send one and whomp the swarms surrounding, attacking Edra,
Yes.
and then use the other 3 to whomp
Yeah.
the one.
And it's nice, so I can sculpt around a whole mass of people.
You can sculpt around up to 9 people,
Yeah.
which you won't need to if you're careful. You only need to sculpt around 1 to 3 maximum. Because again, there's no one up top anymore, so you don't have to worry about your friendzos up there. So you just have to worry about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Malazans, which accounts for 2 out of 4 of your spheres. 3 of the skeletons, which accounts for a third. And then the swarms, you can hit all 3 of them in your 4th sphere.
So how many? 32?
Up to 32 people, because it's a 40-foot radius sphere, you divide the radius by 5, round up, that's 8. So you can get 8 people in each sphere, times 4, 8 times 4 is 32. So you can comfortably hit 32 people at a theater of the mind maximum when we're dealing with the Dungeon Master's table of area of effects.
So are any of the other swarms near enough to the 3 that are around me to be taken at the same time?
The 3 that are around you are like 60 feet away from the water or something like that. The rest of them do not appear to be inclined to climb out of their bath.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Alright. I have a lot of saves to roll.
Huh?
I said I have a lot of saves to roll.
So do I have to roll first?
The only thing that you can't hit are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snake-headed Malazans that are running around. That, well, no, I'll say they ran that direction. You can hit them.
Where are they?
Like I said, they're not technically on the bridge, but I'll say that the 3 bony critters that were moving closer to Victor got to within a point that you could hit the bone critters and the 5 Malazans that were running away from Victor. I'll say they were running back towards the ziggurat, kind of fallback idea, so that you can hit them. I don't care. I want this over.
I'm
This
supposed
is
to
so
roll.
deadly. I did not even want it to go this way. All right, let's
So
go.
I've got to go 20 d6s and 20 d6s.
1, D6s or you want computers?
Good point.
I'm asking.
Yeah,
You can roll 20 D6 if you want.
I can roll. I've got 10 here.
Okay.
I can roll those twice,
Okay,
and
so
then
do
roll
that.
those twice.
All right, so do that.
There's a certain. I mean,
Fail.
it kind of allows me to practice my counting. Let's see.
Thank you.
My word. Okay. So. Six is 36, and 7 is 43. So that's the first half. So 43 is half of the damage. Well, not half the damage, but. 37. So 37, what was it? 40 something?
43 and total of 80.
So total of 80 for the fire damage or whatever.
And there's more to roll.
Bludgeoning damage.
20 D6 fire damage, 20 D6 bludgeoning.
Okay, so this is now going
This is
for
why we all died
bludgeoning.
in level 10 shootout with the Archmage because he dropped Meteor Swarm on us in the first round.
3,
I feel like Corbin that dropped on us as well. Don't honestly remember whether she used that or whether she used other stuff. She was an Archmage as well. She was an
24, 34, 44, 52 is the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 6 is 43. I added in there.
95.
So 95 bludgeoning damage, 80 fire damage.
170.
Huh. Okay. As the swarms of meteors come hurtling down out of the sky, all is fire and smoke for a few seconds. Then, as the smoke clears away, you see 1, 2, 2 of the Malazans still standing, untouched.
Then roll
And that's
20s.
fine. Oh my word.
And everybody else has got
Everyone else so far with 173 total damage to beat.
175 actually.
175 damage halved to 83.
So the least anybody that didn't roll a 20 can get is 83.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Everybody but
Those 2. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a fight ender.
well, you've still got 2 people.
Well, that is true. May I recommend in the future that
I've still got my sphere.
you can roll it up the slope and ram him if you'd like. Feel free, or down the bridge, whatever. You won't get to him. You can get closer. May I recommend in the instances that we are facing a lot of enemies,
Pull that one out
without,
early.
A lot of collateral in the area, or not a lot of collateral that we care about, may I recommend opening the ball with a meteor swarm next to you?
I didn't even think about that
It's
one.
totally fine. Mom didn't think about something about flame strike.
Strike.
You didn't think about sunburst. I didn't think about sunburst.
Yes,
I
this
didn't
is
think
better
of
than
meteor swarm.
Sunburst.
It is better than sunburst. Sunburst is a very good follow-up because you squash everything you can. Then anyone who's left, if you can get them to clump up a little bit, you zap them with sunburst and hopefully they're blinded.
Yeah,
Which gives you advantage on any of the crippled burning survivors.
that was good.
Well, I'm glad that one means that I'm
Holy
going to sleep tonight.
Guacamole. Yeah, so with that, none of the swarms want to come out and play. Edra, you're up.
All right. We have
Well, that's
two-
right. All of the ones in between, except for those two guys.
Right, two standing guys, right?
Oh no, excuse me. The Malazans do get their turn.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So they are going to fire longbow attacks at Victor and Liz. Miss and miss.
And now it's everybody in our party goes before
Everyone
they
just
go.
kind of
again.
looks at them.
Yeah,
It's just one of those.
Even that even
crap.
caught Finn's attention. So like,
I think we ought to give the guards a chance to shoot at him.
No.
On
Finn.
the top.
fabulous
Elizabeth.
for kids. No, they need to.
All right, Edra, you're up.
So,
You can move your spiritual weapon close enough to hit one of them.
all right, let's do that.
Go for it.
So moved, and let's roll.
That's pretty nice.
15 plus 10 is 25.
That'll hit. Plus 10?
No, it was 5 plus 10,
Oh.
so 15.
I'm going to say that between Victor and Elizabeth still having action surges, at least one left, I think. Let's see, Victor has
Do
one
I have-
action surge
Do
left.
I have an action left to directly?
Yeah, you have an action.
But between the three of us, you want to say, or what?
So go ahead and do your thing.
All right, so guiding bolt.
Not flame strike?
Oh, and 2 guys,
Really?
just for
It's
fun.
funny.
It's what? It's
It's
free.
funny.
It's funny. So we call this overkill.
Or
I
is your
think
highest-
mine
what
was
is
a
your-
little bit of an
Wait a minute, what
overkill.
is your highest level
9.
thing? What is your 9th level
There's nothing.
frick you in particular, my good sir,
Oh gosh.
kind of spell?
I don't have
Cleric
any good 9th level spells.
Gets 9.
Here's my list.
You don't get a lot.
No.
Mass heal, hooray.
Yeah, right.
Firestorm is your 7th. You still have
yes,
a 7th.
I have.
If you'd like to just say frick you in particular, my dear sir.
I can do that.
She has
Because I
a
don't have anything
sunburst.
that's any good at 9th level.
She has sunburst?
No.
I'm
I
looking
don't.
at cleric spells, I thought.
But
Alright.
so flame strike would be sufficient.
Firestorm would be 7th versus the
Okay,
5th level flame strike.
Sure.
So that's 10 10-foot cubes, which you can arrange as you wish. Each cube must have at least one face adjacent to the face of another cube. 7d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half on success.
So are they close enough for me to put any of this firestorm in the moat?
You could walk. I mean, one of them's on one side of the moat, one of them's on the ziggurat. So you could walk part of the thing across. You get the feeling that snakes are kind of just semi-indigenous, and they're not really gonna pose much of a threat.
Okay.
It was mostly just that was just partly me answering your challenge. Just sent them after you like that.
Okay.
So
We're not planning on going swimming.
again, they were mostly designed as a water hazard.
Yes, they were.
They were not
effective
designed
water
to
hazard.
come out with that.
Okay. So, do I roll an attack? Is this
You roll 7d10.
Just roll 7d10. 7d10. I
Lots
have.
of actors.
Yes, because I think I have one.
So here's 1,
I've
2,
got one.
3,
Oh, wait a minute. I've got a whole bunch of these guys, don't I?
probably.
Isn't that what you,
That's it. Yeah. Why don't you put it into the... Here, you have a big roller.
yeah, I've
Is
actually
it
got
7?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can fit 5 into each of these.
Okay, there's that. Here we go.
They both failed, so...
What?
I said they both failed, so let them have it. Okay. One of them dies. The other one is not dead, but he ain't happy.
During the meteor swarm rolls, in the 4 groups, I had a minimum of 5 6s
Oh, wow.
that I rolled.
I only had 1 8 in that.
In each one of them.
Oh, you not get any 10s or 9s in that.
That's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and say that between Victor and Elizabeth, who both have action surge left, that they pretty much want this guy.
Well, do they want to do it? Or?
I'm just going to let them have it. Screw it. Natural 20
Oh my gosh!
for nothing particular, but 17 for the first attack, 20 to hit. The next one gives him 11, which wipes it out. So yeah, 2 swings with his sword. He hamstrings it with the first one, jams it up under the breastbone with the second, and it's dead. Alright.
Cow.
I know it's blood.
I was going to ask you something that became a moot, but how dirty is the floor? Not littered after our game, after our work here, but like was it a pretty...
It was pretty clean before you guys came in
Oh,
and
is it?
souls it up. Why?
I was going to plant a bean to see what happens.
You know what?
It's solid rock.
Solid rock. I was going to plant a bean. There was
So
nothing.
long rest for all.
Oh, we need it so badly.
Yes.
Oh, my stars.
We are going to pick up again in this temple. If you guys would like to look around for loot,
Yeah.
you are free to do so. We can either do that tonight or we can do that next session.
Do it next session.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Everyone, I appreciate you coming along on this slightly long overtime adventure. I just wanted to get it done because once the meteor swarm dropped, it was like, okay, we're all gonna die. If you enjoyed what you saw, best way to help support the channel for now is to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share it on social media. We will be trying to figure out some kind of YouTube membership or Patreon thing later on. But for now, tell your friends about it, stay hydrated, stay adventurous, and we'll catch you on the flip side.